Fellow NDS staff and dear students, a number of you may have read or heard about Robert Schuller's book titled "Tough Times Never Last, but Tough People Do." Recounting the 1982 summer's economic downturn in the US, Robert Schuller says about the leaders of the time who kept on bickering while the downturn was devastating the country. I quote, "Everybody was fixing the blame. Nobody was fixing the problem." In this short address, I wish to honor many of our tough people who are fixing the problem and not fixing the blame. Those who, I quote, take action to make a bold and daring move, to make a creative transition, recognizing that an era has come to an end, unquote. Those who, I quote, hold on until the light breaks, the tide turns, and the times change for the better. Those, I quote, who inspire with their cheerful attitude while they are going through such obviously difficult times. Given the limited time I have, I will not recount the devastation COVID-19 has wreaked and continues to wreak on our lives, our livelihoods as a people, and our core business as a university. It is only the tough among our people who will fix our problems and thus extricate all of us from the mess in COVID-19's wake. Those tough people also happen to be the epitome of living our values and principles as Envision 2030 implores us. Transparency, honesty, integrity, respect, accountability, fairness, professionalism, commitment, compassion, and excellence. Those are the values and principles that these tough people live by. Let me start by acknowledging and celebrating all these tough people at our university and beyond, of course. Those who have been infected with COVID-19 and are still with us to tell the gory stories. Those in our midst who have lost their livelihoods, their jobs, and even their loved ones. Those who have shown and continue to show respect, commitment, and compassion to their fellow people as they suffer all the ramifications of COVID-19. DUT has many such tough people. Those who all hold on until the light breaks and the tide turns. Those who fix our problems without spending inordinate amounts of time fixing the blame. Those who take action to make bold and daring moves, to make creative transitions, recognizing that an era has come to an end. I'm talking about DUT's COVID-19 response team that has demonstrated it has tough people fixing our problems. It continues to make bold and daring moves as it navigates with us the COVID-19 crisis with great expertise, determination, and resolve. Some of the members are involved in epidemiological research that is contributing greatly in the fight against this invisible enemy. The team's bold and daring moves demonstrate undoubtedly care, commitment, compassion, and excellence. DUT's communication team is an integral part of our tough people. It has communicated regularly with great professionalism, honesty, transparency, and accountability. Many staff members in departments and faculties demonstrate time and again that they are tough people fixing our problems and not fixing the blame. Without a whimper, They toil day and night, producing PPEs, sanitizers, masks, all for our benefit and that of hospitals and communities we live with. This demonstrates that they are not only tough, but they exude care, commitment, compassion, and excellence in their fields of endeavor. I must also include here members of staff in the essential services, like in cleaning, like in security, who have literally put their lives in the line of fire during this period. Tough people fixing our problems and not fixing the blame are those in our wellness centers and wellness programs. During this period, they have continued to provide psychosocial care and support to our staff and students. Without doubt, they surely live our values and principles of commitment, compassion, and excellence. Tough people fixing our problems are those, like members of the Urban Futures Center, who make bold and daring moves to support some of the most vulnerable in our society, who are homeless and drug-laden. They surely irradiate care, commitment, compassion, and excellence in their field. Members of Senex, EMC, the Executive Committee of Council, and Council in general demonstrate that they are tough people. Some of these structures have held 4 to 6 hour meetings time and again, fixing our problems. Those among us who wish to fix the blame about this and that these structures are failing on will eventually realize that an era has come to an end. That unusually bold and daring moves resulting in a creative transition to a new era are required now. They irradiate and live our values and principles of transparency, integrity, accountability, fairness, professionalism, commitment, compassion, and excellence. Despite these difficulties that our young people, our students are facing of connectivity, the absence of devices, data, and many other challenges our young people are facing, some teams of our students demonstrate their toughness time and again. Just a few days ago, they were awarded 3rd and 2nd place in the Harmony Gold Local Economic Development Challenge and the National Enactus competition. This, after winning the latter competition twice in a row in 2018 and 2019. These tough students are fixing some socioeconomic problems in our society and not spending lots of time fixing the blame. They exude and live many of our values and principles of professionalism, commitment, compassion, and excellence. Despite their own financial pressures, many tough, committed, and compassionate people made DUT's COVID-19 Solidarity Fund a reality and a great success. They were ready to take action, to make bold and daring moves, to make creative transitions, recognizing that an era has come to an end. I'm proud to lead a university where there are so many tough people that also make me tough. Many whose excellent contributions I do not have time to mention here today. They are tough. Many who choose to fix the problem and not fix the blame are our tough people. Many who realize that an era has come to an end are our tough people. Many who realize this is the new era of creativity and innovation in everything we have ever done before and we will do henceforth. With such people, my job as Vice-Chancellor and Principal has been made a lot easier. For this, I'll forever be thankful to all of our tough people. Just a few weeks ago, on the 24th of June, our Finance Minister, Mr. Tito Mboweni, gave his 2020 supplementary budget speech in response to the havoc COVID-19 has wrought in our socio-economy as a country. I will not repeat all the gory statistics regarding our drastically shrinking economy, reduced tax collection, which spells pressures on government commitments, even on higher education funding. To wit, the block grant to universities has been reduced by about 382 million rand, with earmark grants being cut by 500 million rand. Due to government's restrictions on spending and some procedural delays in Parliament, there has already been a reduction in the block grant transfer to DUT in June 2020 by about 66 million rand, with no transfer at all for this month of July 2020. This represents a loss in income for DUT totaling about 172 million rand. Yet, DUT has to continue to pay salaries, has to continue to keep the university running in all sorts of ways, has to continue to advance payments to NSFAS students as part of the NSFAS bursary scheme, and many, many other commitments we have. As we all know, companies are closing down, and invariably unemployment is on the rise. This spells pressure on self-paying students, their parents, and their sponsors to honor their debt to the university. Again, our income as a university, hot on the heels of a loss of about 172 million rands, our income is likely to be reduced even further. These are tough times indeed. There is no doubt that we need more tough people that will last long after the tough times will have receded. We need all hands on deck, fixing our problems rather than fixing the blame. We need more tough people to take action, to make bold and daring moves, to make creative transitions, recognizing that an era has come to an end. Clearly, under the circumstances, and as bold and daring moves and creative transitions are required, there cannot be any holy cow. As the old era has come to an end, so is a new era being ushered in that requires all of us to be frugal, that requires our expectations to be tempered. Whatever we had in place pre-COVID-19 has been truly upended. In the next few weeks, many bold and daring moves will be made by this university as we explore creative and innovative transitions to this new era. While all this happens, we'll continue to mitigate the ramifications of the pandemic as best as we can, but without clinging on a past that no longer exists. I do hope, therefore, that as management and council steer this ship to safer waters, and as all the tough people do their best to fix our problems, as bold and daring moves towards creative and innovative transitions to a new era are made, as we fix this DUT jet whilst it's on full flight, we will spend less time fixing the blame. In the meantime, please do everything in your power to protect yourself and our people from this pandemic. Let's live by all the regulations we have to this effect, be it wearing masks and ensuring physical distancing, social distancing, be it ensuring the numbers of students and staff who are on our campuses are limited, be it working remotely as much as possible, especially as we approach the peak of COVID-19 infections. Indeed, tough times never last. It's tough people who will last. It's a tough university that will last. Bagwethu, sithi aliqini ukhakhayi kinina nonke. Sithi asingacofi nje kuphela, kodwa sixazulule ingqinamba ney'nkinga esibhekene nazo. Siyaphambili, kumnyama kubomvu, akubuyele emva kungemqiqo. Thank you very much. Okuhle nokumhlophe.